well, if you excuse me, I'm going to try and play Battlefront 2 and record this podcast at the same time. So
how about everybody rolls a history check? Woo-wee.
I got a 4.
I got a 15.
I got an 18. Hey.
Dude, we're going to have to give Chowder disadvantage on every check. He rolls too well.
I got a 19.
So it's me. Actually, I really wanted to do the recap here. Okay, so what the fuck happened last time? Maeve dropped an F-bomb for starters. So we got to the cave, and thanks to some smooth talking by Jedda, she managed to talk our way past the Bone Devil towards where we heard the chanting voices. But that wasn't without a strange interaction between the Bone Devil and Maeve, because she heard a voice in her head. So then they get to the area where they are, where they hear the voices from. A bunch of cultists have this paladin-like character hung on the wall and is pretty not cool. So then, with some good acting by Jedda again and Bait, they end up distracting the guard while Maeve enlarges the paladin to free him. So then he goes full Sanic and runs his way out of there. There's a little bit of a conundrum between the party as they try to figure out what the fuck is going to happen next. And we're trying to figure out, are we really walking here, or are we really just standing here and talking? So then eventually Kalt and Bait, they go protect the boat. Kalt fireballs the shit out of the cultists and gets some new friends in the form of Skelly Boys. Jedda and Maeve are playing around with some mine carts, and then everyone is reunited, and Maeve is kind of beefed that everyone is treating her like a child.
I have never.
And that is where we left off.
I am offended by that. Cult has never treated her like a child.
Yeah, the first thing you ever did with Maeve was hand her a box of matches.
Yeah, and then I tried to give her alcohol just like 2 episodes ago.
That is very true.
And then, you know what? You know how Maeve repays that kindness? By excluding me from her mine cart. Doesn't feel good.
That's on
All
you,
right,
bud.
so the Jedda and Maeve, cart is able to move freely because they have their little pumpy boy, but the Cult and
okay then.
Pumpy boy.
Yeah, pumpy boy. The Cult and Bait cart needs a little bit of a push key. So whoever's pushing, roll a strength check.
I said I was going to push, so I guess.
I think Kalt and I both have 8 strength.
We do. That is a true fact.
Wait a minute. Maeve has 8 strength too. What is going on without Locke? No one can do anything.
I mean,
that's why I specifically made this encounter, to make you guys appreciate me.
This is all just Pat getting revenge for us being unappreciative. All right, I'm gonna guide myself. I'm gonna whisper a little word of self-encouragement. Come on, Colin, you can do this. You have new friends now. Everything's looking up, and I'm going to.
Hold on. I'm right next to Kalt, so he's whispering this right into my ear, and I'm just kind of really creeped out.
You're on the other side because he needs to be able to jump quickly into the cart. So you're
if it's only big enough for 2 people, we're pretty close to each other.
I get that,
right.
but it's more like you're looking back at him hype himself up while he's like, "Come on, you can do this."
I'm just bracing against the cart, this is bad.
Is this an athletics check? You said
it was a strength check.
Oh, just a straight up strength check.
Yep.
So 7 + 3 - 1, 9. Okay,
so Kalt pushes his entire weight against it, and he just goes, and it doesn't move.
Do I have any spells for this?
Okay, hold on. Yeah, Bait is just gonna look at Kalt, just kind of struggle, and say, "Do you you need any help there, Kalt?"
Maybe.
I would like to point out that the other 2 are just sitting in their cart watching you guys.
Hey, listen, you guys can go ahead. Don't worry. We'll figure. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna cast Mold Earth and see if I can pop something out of the ground to push us.
Okay. Are you trying to raise up your your track a little bit to make an angle to have gravity help you, or are you trying to jut something out to physically like push against your cart?
Because I like what you said better, I'm going to do the thing you said. I'm going to try to raise up the track a bit to tilt us forward and give us some momentum. That sounds better and less dangerous.
It also sounds like you could break the fucking track. So let's do that. What is
behind us?
How are you going to like, how much do you want to raise it? And
it's a cantrip, so I can like fuck with it as much as I want. I'm just gonna try to like lift it up like inch by inch until we start to get some momentum. I'm not just gonna fling it up into the air. So I'm gonna tease it out.
As you tease it out, the cart starts to creak and whine a little bit, sort of cracking a little bit, but not breaking necessarily. It's just the stress fractures of moving and all this weight pushing down on the track. It's still not moving, but you think you might have shaken some of the rust free, so if you want to make another strength check with advantage this time.
All right, I will.
I'm gonna look over at Maeve and Jedda. Are you guys staring at us? Is that what's happening?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
It's like, get a load of those guys.
Nerds. What a bunch of nerds.
Oh, this is exactly what you wanted, isn't it?
I'm going to whisper a couple more words of inspiration to myself. Come on, Kalt. People like you. You're a strong boy. You have friends now. You can do this. People like you. Woo! So that's a 19 plus 4 minus 1, 23.
That definitely starts to get the ball rolling.
Starts to get the ball rolling.
Or the cart.
I should roll all of ball.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
So as we start moving down the track, I'm gonna just like yell at Jedda and Maeve, "Are you coming or what?"
All right, let's get started. And I like grab onto like the lever pump thing and start like doing my
So you both start to pump. I want you to make dex checks to make sure that you can stay in sync with each other. Otherwise, we're gonna go a little slow.
15 plus 3, 18.
So 5 plus an 8
Jesus, you have
is
so much
13.
dex.
I am going, seeing her struggle, I'm going to use my bend luck ability. And you can add a d4 to your roll.
Hooray.
Does that have to happen
All right.
before I say the result?
Yes.
Or can they choose? Okay.
Boom. That is a 4.
Nice.
So yeah, you two are definitely in sync. You start to move down the track at a very rapid pace, leaving the two handleless boys in the dust.
We don't need no stinking pump.
So these are really rusty old carts, so they do start to creak and whine under the load of traveling down the path. And as you start to go down further into the cave, they start to get very steep. So I want all of you to make athletics checks to stay solidly in the cart.
Kalt, you don't have dark vision, correct?
I do not.
I do
okay.
have dark vision. Could I make an argument for acrobatics for keeping my balance inside the cart?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is this a check or a save?
Yeah, let's make it a saving throw. It's like the cart is trying to buck you out of it, so you're saving yourself.
Strength or dex? Because people are saying acrobatics.
Yeah, let's do.
I would make an argument for acrobatics. I think that makes more sense.
Yeah, so let's do a dex save.
Cool. So that is
Okay.
a 21 for my dex save.
Okay.
Okay, so I want.
That is a 24 on my dex save.
All right, so I want a little bit of flavor on this. As we start to go down the hill and I see it with my dark vision, I'm just gonna kind of yell to Kalt. We didn't really come up with a plan for stopping, did we? I hope you have your transformation abilities ready to go. So, Pat, I'm gonna tell you what my result was, and I just need you to work with me here. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So I imagine that, like, as soon as we start to go down the hill, I start to slip a bit.
Yeah.
I have the lucky feat.
Okay.
So
what does that do again?
3 times per long rest, I can spend a use of this feat to re-roll a check or a save, and then pick the one that I want to use. So feeling myself slip after calling out to Kalt and like losing my bearings, I'm going to try to like summon all of my knowledge and energies.
You click your heels together?
Yes. And that's going to bring me up to a 10.
Okay.
Don't worry. I rolled a 3. which brings me up to a hearty 4.
So, as your cart begins to go a little bit steeper, Bait, beginning to feel himself kind of fly out, summons his magical boots to kind of magnetize back into the cart a little bit and save himself. Kalt, you start to fly out, and you are now fully standing up. You are not, like, crouched anymore. So your top half of your body is up above the cart, and you're kind of, like, holding on to the back of the cart with just your hands and your feet a little bit. As it begins to kind of twist and turn your way down there, I want you to make an athletics check to climb back into the cart.
If it's a check, can I guide myself? Can I whisper
can
a few
guide
words of
yourself, yeah.
encouragement?
Yes, you can.
Kalt, think of Jerry. Think of returning home to Jerry. Oh, man. I got a 7.
Oh, no. Okay, so at this point, Bait, you see him start to struggle to hold his grip. Because your boots have saved you from falling out of the cart, I'm going to say you have a pretty solid footing, so you can make an athletics check with advantage to grab onto... you can either make an athletics check or a dex save to grab onto Kalt and keep him in the...
I'll do another dex save.
Okay. With advantage.
That is much better. Let's roll the second one. That is a 15 plus 1, so that'll put me at a 16.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like reach out and I'm like, if I slip, you better be ready to go all full bird on me.
Oh, I forgot you guys could do that. The way this works is you kind of are crouched in the front of the cart and you see him start to fly out. You lunge at his legs and you grab on and hold him inside the cart, and you both kind of like huddle together to increase your inertia.
Thank you, Bait, for your help. I appreciate it.
And as we're huddled in the cart, and I'm just like, don't tell the girl.
Okay, so at this point, the carts start to diverge from the same path. They're no longer going parallel.
Oh, that's bad.
As this happens, there's a water, not a waterfall, but like an underground river that's flowing through the area with a lot of stalactites sticking out. They have grown over part of the track that has Jedda and Maeve in. So I want you guys, because you have dark vision, you can see this coming, and you can call out to Jedda and say, "Hold on!"
I'd like to call out, but then could I try to... Can I try to use cast Frostbite on the rocks to try to make them more brittle if we're about to crash through them?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. The target must make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm just going to go ahead and say they fail it.
Okay. So
Don't think rocks can roll Constitution.
They cannot.
All right. So we're going to go...
What happens to them?
I guess that's like 4 points of cold damage and has disadvantage on weapon attack rolls. But my goal was to basically try to chill the rocks so that they're more brittle.
So I'm going to say because it's like covered in water, because it's in this river, the cold damage instantly freezes the part that's sticking up over your track. I don't know how to flavor this, but I'm essentially just going to roll like a really impossible to fail strength check for your cart. And the only way this will fail is if I get a 1. So I did not get a 1. You crashed through it successfully.
Does the cart take any damage?
The cart does not take any damage. It seems fine.
That was way too close there.
Yeah, this is getting a little wild, bruh.
Okay, so the two carts diverge.
We totally yeeted through those rocks.
The two carts diverge so far that you can't see each other anymore. One kind of goes the high road and one goes the low road.
And I'll be in Scotland.
As you feel like you're just about to lose your grip on the cart, it starts to level out and comes to a screeching halt in 2 separate locations. Because the team who has the pump is able to actually slow themselves down, they won't have to do anything. The no pump boys, I want you to make another athletics check.
That's also
Hashtag no pump boys.
Yeah, hashtag no pump boys. Also my nickname in high school.
What's so athletics check or strength save?
Athletics check.
Okay. Both are bad for me.
Or acrobatics, actually. You could try to like flip out of the cart.
I got a 14. If it's acrobatics, 14 plus 1 to a total of 15.
Well, okay, I'm at a bit of a crossroads here. This is a little metagamey, so just let me know what you guys think. If I go with a strength, it's a -1. If I go with a dex, it's a +1. I got a 2, so is it more funny to go with a 3 or a 1?
What?
Definitely the one.
Definitely the one.
So I'm going to try to... Okay, this actually works narratively, so I try to brace myself just like I did on the way down the hill. So what happens to bait?
Okay, so what happens is as the cart comes to against its end, there's a giant kind of barricade that will stop its motion. You can see this happening, and you kind of like look back to warn Kalt, but as soon as that happens, it slams against that barricade. Kalt deftly does like a little bit of a front flip and lands on his feet, but you sadly crash into him as you fly out unimpeded, just going,
I landed it 10 out.
That's exactly what happens.
Do you take any damage or anything?
No, I'm not going to say you take any damage. He breaks your fall
Okay.
pretty
We
well.
do suffer the effects of a grease spell, though, as you.
Yes. Okay, so we are now in another split party situation. So I'm going to go.
Okay, so we are in totally separate locations. We are
Correct.
not near each other.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I also say this? I claim that is the name of my ska band.
Split
No
parties.
pump boys.
Split party situation.
Oh, okay.
Split
yeah,
party
totally.
situation.
Okay, we're gonna start with Jedda and Maeve.
All right. So as we get off the minecart, I'm gonna say to Maeve, "Nice going, kid."
I guess so. I'm going to take in my surroundings. What the hell do I see?
All right, so the room you are in is dimly lit, and there are many items strewn about on a table in front of you. There's a candle, a jar, an abacus, a monocle, an amulet, and an hourglass.
Dibs on the amulet, I say, and I go and grab that amulet.
So I can see just fine in dim vision because I have,
Yep.
or dim light because I have dark vision.
It's dimly lit, but like there are no areas that are so in shadow that even people with normal vision can't see. So you can
Okay.
see just fine, like it's
Okay.
clear as day, but Jedda can still see everything.
Okay. So, and you said there was an amulet, or in what order? What did you say there was?
It's not a specific order, but it's a candle, a jar, an abacus, a monocle, an amulet, and an hourglass.
Yep, and I'm grabbing the amulet.
Okay, you pick up the amulet.
All right. Can I see if there's anything special about the amulet?
Make an Arcana check.
Bet you wish you had a smart boy with you now, huh? But no, you had to bring the new girl. Be with your best friend, had to choose somebody else. It's fine.
So Kalt's not upset. Ryan is upset. I understand now.
I got a 14.
Okay, as far as you can tell, it's a totally normal amulet. Nothing super special about it.
Well, I'm gonna put it in my pocket, and
Are there any signs of other life down here? Like maybe footprints or, I don't
No.
know, like something else?
It's weirdly clean in this room. Even though the opening is wide open to the cave, like it's almost like a diorama. It looks like you have the open side where the cave starts, but then the inside is almost pristine. It's a nice stone floor with what looks like a pretty smooth walls and all that fun stuff. You can't see a door out of this place though.
Can I try to investigate, I guess, for see if there's any other ways out of here?
You can try. Yeah, you could do that. You could roll Arcana. You could roll Perception, whatever you want.
Okay. I'm going to roll investigation to look for ways out of here.
Okay.
I'm also gonna roll for investigation.
I got an 8.
Point of order. Does Jedda still look like Greg?
It has definitely
yes.
still not exceeded an hour or so.
Okay.
10 plus 3 plus 4 is 17.
Nice.
Jedda, you notice that on the wall there is something that looks like a circle with a handle carved into it.
Okay, I call Maeve over. Maeve, I think we got something here. It's either a trap or a way out.
Well, this is unfortunate. I wish I was a little bit nicer to everybody else before we died here, but I guess I feel a little lighter, just speaking my mind.
Jesus.
Nah, I love your chutzpah, kid. So,
Okay.
So all right, I'm assuming you're gonna go over and look at the symbol now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think okay. You go look at that. I want to go look at the items on the table and be like, all right, you. Wait, which one did you take, Chowder?
I took the amulet.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to peer through the monocle.
Okay, as you lift up the monocle and put it up to your eye, look over towards Jedda. You see on the wall is written something in glowing ink.
Oh, ooh! Hey, Jedda, check this shit out. Or check this out.
Oh my god!
That's me slipping right there. I apologize.
This is so funny.
All right, I go over and I look through the monocle as well.
Okay, so
Oh,
the writing on the wall says, "When is a door not a door?"
Okay, I really hope that Kalt and I get this because I want all of Kalt's honest reactions to these questions.
I got it. I hate you.
what?
Pat.
What? I got it. Wait, I think I got this one. Jedda says, when it's ajar. Huh?
I
Wait.
hate you so much.
Okay. So
You know, like a jar, like slightly open, you know?
Isn't there a jar on the table?
There is a jar on the
wait,
table.
okay.
Shut up, Colin!
I take
That's
the
what
jar.
I'm saying.
I take the jar and I open it up.
As soon as you lift up the jar, the symbol on the wall begins to open up into kind of like a porthole that lets you out.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna
All
jump
right,
over to the other group.
That was awesome.
Okay, so
That was hilarious.
So Colin and I,
the one thing I
Kalt
would
and I are
have-
entwined in a greasy pile.
So wait, the one thing I want to say, Pat, the one thing I would have had the A jar be a key. Like they had to put the
Yeah.
A jar in the door. That'd have been fun.
Yeah, that would have been good, but I wanted to make it like
lid.
slightly magical.
Okay.
Okay.
So I try to stand up off of Kalt, and I take a look around the room. I will extend a hand to help Kalt up if he will take it.
Yeah. Thank
I
you.
mean, I feel like
appreciate
you're slightly offended because he was the one who knocked you over after you had such an amazing dismount.
Yeah, you don't usually have such cool things that are like physical.
Yeah.
Your cool things are magical.
I'm starting to reassess who my true friends are.
Oh, what? Oh, what? Because she didn't let you fit in the damn minecart? I mean, she's got a point. We've been babying her around a little bit, but
I tried
she's-
to give her alcohol not just but a day ago. I have not done anything to baby her.
well, I think I'd kind of argue that that's maybe the problem, that we haven't really struck the balance because, yeah, she's a kid and she needs to be treated like a kid. But also, she's a giant walking death machine and needs to be treated like a giant walking death machine. And I'm going to be honest, not sure how to thread that needle.
To
Now,
clarify,
where the fuck are we?
Maeve, you cannot hear what he just said. Just to make sure.
I know.
So Bates going to look around the room and say, well, they're not here. We are. Told him we should have fucking walked. Where are we? I'm going to perception, whatever I have to roll.
Yeah, I guess roll perception or investigation or whatever if you want.
That's a 22 perception.
Okay, so as you look around, let me just Google one thing real quick.
Should I do anything, or should I just ride?
If you want
his,
to investigate too, you can.
Sure, I'll investigate. I'm a smart boy. Not as smart as I thought. It's a 4 + 9, 13.
So yeah, you notice exactly what he notices. So there, in the middle of this room, there is a giant fountain with what looks like fish swimming around inside of it. Around the periphery of the room, there are 6 basins all filled with water, and a white light coming into the side of one of them.
Interesting.
Bait is going to look in the fountain. Does he see any strange visions?
You do not see any strange visions, but you do notice that all of the fish are swimming around, and they are different colors.
How many different fish are here?
There are 3 different types of fish.
How well lit is this room?
It's the same kind of dim light, but the white light that's going into the side of one of the basins is incredibly bright.
So there's 3 different kinds of fish, but they're all different colors. So there's 3 different colored fish.
Correct.
What are the colors?
So one is red, one is blue, and one is yellow.
I would like to do a Roy G. Biv of this. is I think what is
So
6 different, right?
Bait is not mentally primed for a puzzle. I'm gonna try to
Colin
take a
is not
close...
mentally primed for it.
No, Colin is, but Bait is just kind of like looking at all this stuff. Looking at the walls, is there any obvious place where a door might be? Any way in or out aside from the track that we just rode in?
There is no door. There are only these basins and this fountain.
Okay, can I investigate the wall a little more closely?
If you-
Or roll nature to try to see if there's anything weird going on?
You can try. I don't know what nature would tell you necessarily.
I mean, it's rocks.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, go for it.
That is a 21. Run my hand over the rocks, take a closer look at things as Kalt investigates the fishies. Do I find any weird seams, breaks in consistency, anything like that?
There are no breaks in consistency, but what you feel is a weirdly unnatural feeling when you touch these rocks. Like, you don't think they are just naturally occurring rocks.
Okay. With that, I'm just going to kind of gawk around and step back over to the fountain and say, anything interesting with the fishes?
So you said there's a red, a yellow, and a blue?
Correct.
Does it look like... So there's the 6 basins. Are they glass?
They are glass, so they are transparent.
I have a sneaking suspicion this may be something to do with the way that light and different colors work. But there's not enough fish.
There are 3 types of fish, so there are multiple of each color, but there are only 3 colors.
Ooh.
Okay, and
I am going to get a basin, and I'm going to put... in the first one, I'm going to just put a singular red fish. And
So
the
make
next
make a nature check for me.
Bait is watching Kalt just take a fish out of the water and move it and being like, dude, what is your problem? We can't just be ripping them out of their pond, out of their fountain.
19 plus 9,
Okay,
28.
so you kind of put your hand in the water, and one of the red fish just swims right up to you, and you pick it up and throw it in the basin, and the entire basin turns red.
I would then...
All right.
White light can be split up into different types of light. All light is derived from white
I watched
light.
the Magic School Bus. I understand.
So we need to get a red and yellow into the next one, and then we need to just get a yellow in the next one, and it's Roy G. Biv.
Bait is like kind of... he is not very comfortable pulling fish out of the water for no reason. Then, as Kalt reaches in to like grab another
you
fish...
have religious issues with solving this puzzle?
No, he doesn't. Listen. What? So when Kalt speaks out
So
the
he's a
instructions
pescatarian then.
of how where the fish need to go, I'm going to cast Control Water.
Oh, okay, this is probably better.
And I'm going to guide the fish through the air by creating streams and separating them according to Kalt's instructions into each basin.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Do you have to roll for that, or just cast it?
Nope. Control water. I can control freestanding water inside an area. Choose any cube up to 100 feet.
Yeah. So
Concentration up to 10 minutes. So I focus on, as Kalt tells me where each fish needs to go.
Okay.
I do what he says.
interesting. So, Kalt, you guide his hand.
Yeah,
Can you just be the one to tell him which colors to go, so I don't solve the puzzle for you?
Yeah, so we have red first, and then we need orange next, so we put yellow and red, which makes orange, and then the next one is yellow, and then G, green, is blue and yellow, Roy G. Biv, and then blue is, of course, just blue, and then indigo and violet, or I guess there's only one more,
for flavor,
so purple.
For flavor, yeah, I just did purple.
Yeah, so just purple, so red and blue.
I really like how we just dedicated 30 seconds of the podcast to Ryan reciting the rainbow.
Yeah.
I like that.
Touch the rainbow, solve the rainbow.
Dude, I love this puzzle. I am stealing this fucking puzzle. This is an amazing puzzle. I love it so
Yeah.
much.
So as
So
this happens, you throw all the fish into their respective.
I gently guide them, okay?
It's a throwing motion with the water. I'm not saying they're hurt
gentle.
You see-
or anything.
You see Kalt ready to like mash up the fishes into each bowl.
So what happens is each of the basins start to change color into their respective Roy G. Biv alternatives. And as the white light goes through each, it becomes filtered to the point that there is no light passing through the entire spectrum anymore at the end. And that breaks the magical chain that was keeping the door closed, opening one of the walls, and you come out and you join your buddies who just solved their own puzzle.
Hello, and welcome to the breakaway for this episode. What chapter is this? This is chapter 41. It's Riddles in the Dark. We did not vote on an episode for this one with our patrons because I was very insistent that this be the name of the episode. Hasn't been enough Lord of the Rings in this campaign. But anyway, this one's going to be pretty quick, and I'm only doing one take on this, so let's hope I don't mess anything up. Real quick, I do want to talk about a couple of our community sponsors. The first up, I'm gonna do some of the talking for them because we have some friends at 88 Riddles, and 88 Riddles is where you can find the D20-inspired art of Jay, a level 48, twice-resurrected pansexual Celtic Viking with Cajun roots. I will never be as interesting as that. His stylized approach to his shirts, hoodies, and dice chests come from a desire to offer something different through his decades-long passion for the TTRPG community. Custom requests are always welcome, so if you are looking for something to set you apart from the rest of your gaming table, then check out what Jay has to offer at 88riddles.etsy.com. That is 88, the number 88, riddles.etsy.com. Riddles, very appropriate for this episode. And when you drop the Dice Pop code, DICEPOP, at checkout, you can get yourself a 10% discount. So if you want some fun, unique swag, head to 88riddles.etsy.com and use the code DICEPOP at checkout to save 10%. So huge shout out. Thank you so much for spreading the word about the show. And we're happy to do the same for you. Now, the next folks, I don't need to do the talking for them. So why don't I just get out of the way here for about a minute?
Hey, did you know you can upgrade the reactor on our ship to a toroidal Series 3 turbofan model?
No.
I mean, it's only slightly exploded, look.
No.
Ladies, we got a job.
Oh, thank God. I don't care what it is. Just please stop vetoing my engines.
It's some kind of advertising job for our Cosmopunk show, it looks like. But it's got to be quick. Can't be anything longer than 50 seconds.
Flyboy, set a timer for 50 seconds.
No, we've already started. The timer's going to mean a damn thing.
Oh, it'll give us a rough idea.
Hang on, I didn't agree to be in an advert.
Well, it's too late. You're already in it. Besides, it'll be over by the time you get your fat coyote butt out the room.
Hey, you're fatter than I am.
Oh, stop arguing, you lot. I'll do it. Cosmopunk is a Starfinder actual play podcast focusing on character-driven storytelling. We're 4 friends from the UK and occasionally more than 4 friends from not the UK. We play homebrew stories for the crew of the Leica 7 set in Paizo's Starfinder universe. Follow the adventures of 4 alien mercs as we get into trouble and advance out of space. You can subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, and check us out at cosmopunk.net.
Wow. That was actually really good.
So yet another group of friends out there, Cosmopunks. You can find them wherever you find podcasts, and we'll be sure to link that website in the show notes as well. So thank you to our friends out there as we try to grow in this community for doing the pod's work. Now, not really a lot of news this time, but something we've been doing in our Discord lately is we've been doing some live listens. So usually 1 or 2 of us from the show will sit down after a new episode comes out in a voice channel with a lot of folks in our Discord. And we'll all listen to the episode together, usually pause in the middle and at the end to chat about what happened. I just managed to do it for chapter 40. And we're going to try to keep this ball rolling. So no matter who shows up, if you ever do want to listen to this episode with a really great group of folks and have a really chill hang, you can swing on over to our Discord. The link for that community is at dicepopuli.com. That's also where you'll find links to, get people into the show, trying to get as many new listeners as possible, and just learn more about it. See all the fun, funky artwork we're doing? Last thing to plug is we now have 2 full episodes of Entrenched, our bonus feed podcast that you can find on our Patreon. It has been so much fun. Pat has done an amazing job editing. I've managed to make, I think, a very different sounding soundtrack to it, and Ryan is running. Oh, man, if you thought It Came in the Night was like a pretty early start to get wild, Entrenched beats that by like a full 5 episodes. So if you're really interested to see what other kind of games we play, you can check out our Patreon. Also at dicepopuli.com. That is it. I think in one take we managed to get it all set, just like the puzzles our friends just solved. But now they are back together, so let's return to Riddles in the Dark.
And you join your buddies who just solved their own puzzle.
Oh.
Hold on a sec. After we open the door, I'm going to try to return the fish to the pond. Like, take them out and suck them back out of the basins and into the fountain.
Okay. Are you going to exit the room first?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
exiting the room first. I don't
Okay.
want
Yeah,
As you do that,
It's concentration, so I'm kind of like walking backward, keeping the water in the air, and as soon as we step out, I suck all the fish back to the fountain.
yeah. So as you do that, the wall closes behind you, and the puzzle has reset.
There's a dark part of me that wants to like knock his hand and all of those fish just to like
Fucking do it. I goddamn dare you.
just flounder about as the door closes and there's nothing he can do
Flounder.
about it.
Do it. Roll the hit.
No, it's too dark. I don't want.
You
I don't,
said it already. Roll to hit.
no, I said there's a dark part of me that wants to do that.
And that
Okay,
dark
fine.
part of you is Kalt.
All right, so you have both solved your respective puzzles. I'm proud of you. What
Those
do you
were
guys
fun,
do?
Pat.
You are now you exit your respective zones, and this new area is a large.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say to Kalt and Bait, had fun, boys?
Quite. That was an amazing puzzle. I love a good brain teaser. What was yours? What did you have to do? Was it something dumb or was it something cool?
I hold up the jar.
Ah, a jar.
Yep. There was a riddle, and the jar was the answer.
Oh, I love a riddle. What was the riddle?
When is a door not a door?
And you see like Kalt puzzle about it for a jar, and then you see his face get really red, and he just kind of like doubles over. I mean, he's inconsolable for about 5 minutes.
Like he's laughing.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Bait, I'm still maintaining concentration. I'm keeping a bit of water sort of floating in my hand, and I'm just going to look down at Kalt and shrug and ask the other two, well, he's clearly indisposed. How are you two holding up?
I mean,
Swimmingly.
we're fine. Ha! Swimmingly. Ha!
All right, well, unless we were lied to, I'm guessing we're closer to Crinkle Snoot. I gotta say, though, second time going down a shaft with a fountain at the end, I was kind of worried we were gonna step into some old tropes, but this room seems different. What does this room seem like?
Okay. So this new area is a large room littered with treasure and various magical items.
Oh, dope.
In the center of the room, there's a large stone throne. And sitting on this throne is a statue of none other than Commodore Crinklesnoot himself.
Ooh.
A group of acolytes are in a trance around his statue, chanting in a low, hushed voice. They're all on their knees, kind of like bowed over to him. They are not looking up at you at all. They're just in their trance chanting.
I'm getting big Pit of Heresy vibes.
I'm a lean over to Bait, go, okay, I'm gonna take some of that treasure, all right?
Hold on 1 second.
What?
We should be careful. There could be a trap of some kind.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Do you think that all the acolytes sitting praying to a person in a room full of gold is a trap?
So yeah, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic, and I'm gonna see. You said there was already magic items, but if there's any, like, is it statue magic? Is there any kind of like runes or obvious trappy bits?
Okay.
I also have something too, so once you're done with that, Pat.
Do you have to roll for that, or do you just do it?
No, I can just see magic now. But if you want me to
Okay.
do like a perception check or an
No,
investigation check,
I just wanted to make sure. So you
I
look
mean,
around.
basically Batman vision.
Right, you look around the room. The statue is definitely magical in some way. And then as you scan the treasure, some certain things start to glow and point themselves out to you.
Okay.
So, as far as the chanting goes,
Yes.
is it in a language that I can comprehend?
Can you make a perception check for me?
I guess so.
I also got a crap ton of languages, so can I do a perception check?
Yes, you can.
And I bet 15 plus 5, 20.
Okay. So you can tell that they are speaking common,
Okay.
and your perception check is good enough to hear what they are saying.
Yeah, and I got a 14.
Okay, you can definitely tell they're speaking common. You might not make out every single word, but Kalt will tell you afterwards.
I
So,
don't know, will I, best friend?
I mean, okay, you can choose not to say it, but let's say like you hear every 2 out of 3 words then, Maeve. And what they are saying is, look in his eyes, ye worthy and wise, and Crinklesnoot's treasure shall be your prize.
I'll repeat that back. We have to. I'll say exactly as you said it. I won't make it weird and put my own flavor on it. 'cause I was
Gee,
thinking about
thanks.
it.
All right. So I'm like, that it? All right, fine. And I'm like,
But as everyone starts to kind of like move and address the situation, I'm gonna like put my hand out and say, wait, hold on.
what now?
Okay, yes, we're here to get Crinkle Snoot, but Why are we here at all? We thought this was going to be Black Tide. If we're going to find Block, how is this place going to help us?
Perhaps they have a magical item or a map of some kind that will help and aid in our quest to do so.
Plus, didn't that cultist said before that they didn't have to worry about the Black Tide because they had Crinkle Snoot, and so maybe he could help us find Locke and protect us.
Also, the cultists have said that they don't like the Black Tide, so maybe we can get them on our side. Wait, nope, never mind.
Well, you didn't see that part, I don't think, and I'll chime in. That might be a bit more challenging with the addition of our new crew on the Friendship.
Fair enough.
What? Oh, okay.
Don't worry, Maeve. You'll have new friends on the Friendship.
I can't wait.
Well, all right, fair enough. But at the very least, we can rob these fools blind. And I pick up one of the coins and just kind of bite into it to see if it's actually gold.
And as soon as you do that, the statue begins to move.
Dang it. This is exactly what I was thinking was going to happen. I stare the statue in the eyes.
Yeah, that's exactly what Bait is going to do. He's going to, still juggling the water in one hand, he's going to stare directly at the eyes of the statue.
Probably
It's
a little
too
too
late.
late, yeah.
So what is going to happen is all of the cultists...
Too late for what?
The statue is no longer providing its purpose where you were supposed to look into his eyes because Jedda took a piece of treasure already.
We've skipped a puzzle and gone
Yes.
into fighty fights, I think.
You came into... Yeah. So the statue begins to move, and as it moves, all of the cultists around it are swept up in a cyclone. And as soon as...
So I'm just gonna say real quick, did I do that?
Did I do that? The cyclone begins to swirl around, obscuring your vision, and but so the statue is now unable to be seen. And as soon as the cyclone begins to calm down, in front of you stands a genie.
Oh.
And we're doing...
Did my mic pick up how aggressively my eyes just shot open at that sentence?
In front of you sees a genie's.
A genie.
I once had a dream of a genie. Ha.
Let's
Mister-
do a nice little initiative.
Are you going to show us the world?
Oh my god, not a genie, a ginny.
A gin.
Yeah, Jen.
What?
Well,
What is that?
It's DJINNI.
Yeah, gin.
Yeah.
The I is not
I mean,
pronounced at the
that's-
end?
I mean, the proper pronunciation is Jin, so yeah.
Yeah, gin.
Now that we've argued about the pronunciation of this fucking thing, roll initiative.
I got a 4 + 1, 5.
Thank you. Jesus, fuck.
I got a 10.
Ooh, I got a 3 plus, yeah, that's a 7.
Got a 19.
So, Bait, you are up first.
So I just see the cyclone and
you
the
see
gin.
the genie come out, and he looks very menacing. He's got what looks to be a scimitar in his right hand.
Okay. Okay, I know that we're in initiative. How does Bait know for a fact that he is hostile that the gin is hostile toward Bait?
Roll
We
insight.
did steal their treasure, I guess.
Blorp. That is a 9.
Okay, I guess you don't necessarily think it's hostile, but it is very fishy to you that the statue transformed into this thing after Jedda took a piece of the treasure in this room.
Okay. I so don't want to just attack this thing. That seems like such a bad
There
idea.
are so many things you could do besides attack.
I know. I'm thinking.
You could turn into a bird.
I could, but I don't want to blow my last wild shape of this short rest. Okay. Honestly, can I hold my action until later hold my turn until later in the initiative order and
If
pop
you
up what
give
I've got
me
something to do?
a specific trigger, then yes.
I will. Can I take my turn if this thing makes an aggressive action?
Okay.
If
Do
it starts
you-
to attack someone in our party, I would like to take my turn then.
Okay.
And really only then. Otherwise, I would want to talk to it.
Okay. So, it is now the genie's turn, and he is going to create a whirlwind. So there's a 5-foot radius, 30-foot tall cylinder of swirling air that appears, and it circles around. Let Jedda make a strength saving throw.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's a 9.
Okay, so you are now restrained by this cyclone. And I'm pretty sure restrained means that your speed is 0, and attacks against you have advantage, and your attacks have disadvantage. So you will have to succeed on that strength throw in order to become unrestrained on your turn. The genie does this, and then I would assume that is something that is hostile in your opinion.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
now you can go.
I am going to draw and use for the first time the birch staff of warming that I was given by Masak on Arianor.
Nice.
So I'm going to, using the birch staff of warming, I am going to spend a few charges from it and cast Wall of Fire.
What does that do?
Create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range. You can make it up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick, or ringed up to 20 feet in diameter. So essentially, I want to create a ring of fire from floor to ceiling around the djinn. Similar to what it just did to Jedda, except fire.
Does that have a save against it? Does it just do damage to me?
I mean, it's not touching. It's just around them. So they're inside. Yeah, they're inside a wall of fire. It's concentration up to 1 minute as a spell, but being cast by... I don't know if I need concentration when it's being cast by a staff.
Yes, you still have to concentrate on it.
Yeah, I'm going to say you still have to concentrate.
Then that means I drop concentration on the water, control water spell, and that blushes to the ground.
Okay. So the genie is going to try to move out of this wall of fire, so what do I have to do?
You would have to make a dex saving throw, and I will roll damage.
Okay, so I am going to roll that dex save. I got an unnatural 20.
A natural 20. That succeeds, so let me go ahead and roll this damage. Let's see, 4, 7, 5,
Jesus
2.
Christ.
4, 4, 7, 5, 2. What's that? 4, 8, 15, 22? Yeah, 22. So you take half of that. So you'll take, the djinn will take 11 damage if it tries to...
It's specifically fire damage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see.
Don't know how it works in D&D, but like djinn are made of fire, so
yeah, a creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there. The other side of the wall deals no damage. And it is how thick can it be? 1 foot thick. So, it could probably pass through it in a single motion and just take the 11.
Yep. They move and they go over to their whirlwind, and they just stop outside of it. And now it is Maeve's turn.
Does it look like the djinn suffered any harm from the wall of fire?
It's like a little bit singed, yeah, but not anywhere close to being like super.
Yeah,
hurt.
I just want to. Can Bait discern that it was affected?
Yeah, as it moved through, you could see it kind of like wince.
Cool.
So it is Maeve's turn now.
Okay, I would like to try to cast Enlarge Reduce on Jedda in order to help. And basically you increase to the large size, so you fit in a 10-foot cube. You also have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Your weapons also grow to match the size, and they deal an extra d4 of damage.
You're in a 10-foot by 10-foot cube, you said?
Yes, Jedda
like that's
now
their
fits
size.
inside that.
So it's a 5-foot radius, meaning that it would mostly fill a 10-foot cube. So I'm going to say that like you're still sort of inside of it, but you can, if you swing your appendages around, you would break through the whirlwind. So you have
this is Jedda's first time getting beefed up by Maeve.
Yeah, you have double advantage. So I want you to roll 3 times when you try to make your strength.
Okay.
Maeve, did you have anything else you wanted to do?
Nope. I guess that's it.
Okay, so it is now Jedda's turn.
all right. So I guess I'm gonna break free 3 times. All right, and it was a strength save, you said, right? So 16 was my highest. Yep.
Oofers. Okay, you are still stuck inside of the whirlwind.
In that case, I'm going to use my reaction to be like, "Come on, get out of there!" And you can add a D4 with my bend luck.
Yeah. 4 again.
That's a 20.
Okay. So you break through.
Nice.
Then you can move in any direction with your full movement.
All right, I can move, and I don't have an action, right? That was my action.
I think it was just a saving throw, so I don't think it counts as your action. So yeah, you move to You can move one space in either direction right now to be free of the whirlwind, and that would be your entire movement.
All right.
But you still have an action.
I want to. Is there like a pile of treasure I can hide in, like just dive in?
You can attempt to. Yeah, it might be a little bit solid, so I guess
Scrooge McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck that shit. Yes.
Make a ooh, I don't even know. I guess a dex check to see if you can kind of like weasel your way in there.
Let's do this. That is a 19 plus dex check, so 423.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of shift your way back out of the whirlwind and just immediately turn 180 and dive into some coins. The entire party sees Jedda emerge from this wall of wind and then just disappear into some treasure.
And now I am going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the Jedda.
What is
That's
that?
a fun one.
Tasha's Hideous Laughter. A creature of your choice that you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into a fit of laughter if this spell affects it. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or foreign fall. Also, one more thing. Because I am a arcane trickster, I have magical ambush. If you are hidden from a creature when you cast a spell on it, the creature has a disadvantage on any saving throw it makes against the spell this turn.
God,
But
this is like...
Did you didn't hide beforehand, did you?
Yeah, he
just
did.
jumped into the pile of gold.
I'm hiding. Yeah.
God, this feels like playing Magic the Gathering for the first time against like someone who really knows what they're doing.
I hate this. God, I really wish that
So
I had some
Is
way
he
to counter
charmed?
this. Okay,
does
I
it
have
charm?
to do
Yes,
No,
no,
he just-
yeah.
a saving
Rolling
throw,
on
but
it.
I'm at disadvantage now.
Yep.
It's a wisdom.
It's wisdom, yeah. You got to beat my save DC, which is 15, right?
Okay,
it goes
I
off
did.
the All right, yeah.
So am I not affected by the laughter now?
Oh, you're not affected by the laughter
Okay.
now. Yep.
Wait, even at disadvantage? Wowza.
I rolled a 14 and a 16, and then I add my wisdom on top of that,
Yeah.
which is
Dang,
More
that
than
would have been
15.
so good.
it would have.
Yeah.
But now we move on to Kalt's turn.
Just kind of horrified at what's happened so far. Seeing the gold drop from Jedda's hand, or going into Jedda's hand, and then immediately dropped as like a whirlwind came across, and like all those things.
Great, Crinkle Snoot. We apologize for our rash actions. Is there any way that perhaps we could cease this mindless violence?
Roll persuasion.
Oh yeah, you know I'm fucking great with that one. I rolled a 4, and I have a -2,
Oh, God.
Okay.
so that's a 2.
Okay.
That is a 2.
You can technically roll negative if you have
I can
enough
roll
of
a
a
negative.
shitty modifier.
Yeah.
You want to say that was
Thank
my
you.
action or what?
That
No,
sounds like a
that's
free
just-
action to me.
That's a free action, yeah. So I definitely do not believe you. And my do so. Someone tried to cast a spell on
That would be me.
Bait. Bait also did. So
Oh,
he turns
yeah.
to Bait now.
I didn't cast a
and
spell
he-
on him. I just set the fire around him.
Hey, he saw you set the fire, and he's mad.
Oh, okay.
So now that Jedda is gone and he can't see,
Oh wait, is
Jedda, he
it
turns
still
his-
my turn or not, or what?
it is still your
Okay.
turn, but you tried to persuade him to stop attacking you, and you see him shift his gaze to Bait.
Ooh, that skull will be mine. Win-win. I am going to be a real cool guy, and I'm going to burn a 4th level spell slot and cast the spell Banishment.
Okay, what was that?
One second, let me bring up the thing. Am I within 60 feet? That's probably something I should say. All right, so 60 feet. You attempt to send one creature that you can see within range to another plane of place of existence. The target must succeed on a charisma saving throw or be banished. If the target is native to the plane of existence you're on, you banish the target to a harmless demiplane. While there, the target is incapacitated. The target remains there. If the target is native to a different plane of existence than you're on, the target is banished with a faint popping noise returning to its home plane. If the spell ends before 1 minute passes, the target reappears. But if nobody breaks my concentration, they are permanently back in their home plane.
Okay, so I make a charisma save.
Yes, that is a charisma save of 17.
I failed. Okay, so I guess I just disappeared.
Yeah, you disappear for up to a minute. depending on whether you are from this plane or from another plane.
Quick, we've got about a minute, maybe. Grab something useful and let's get out of here.
I want to find like a nice magical item to grab and bolt, and also like a handful of gold coins, because why the fuck not?
Would I know if like a djinn would it be native to this plane of existence, or did I just send it home?
I honestly don't know. In my mind, it's native to this plane.
Okay.
But if that doesn't make sense, like
you're the boss.
It's
man.
also
You're the
it's
boss.
also our world. So if whatever makes sense to you, we're gonna stick with that.
okay, yeah. So
This is not a D&D.
It is native to this plane.
Okay. So when Kalt says that, the wall of fire, I think it's still up, because I have to concentrate up to 1 minute. Yeah, so it's still up. I'm going to walk around the wall of fire and try to get up to the statue. And can I roll investigation or arcana or something?
The statue's gone now.
Oh, it disappeared when the djinn
I'm
broke
like
up.
trying to like grab as much as I can, and you know,
Okay.
because I'm big, I got extra strength. Remember that.
It's gonna be awkward when you shrink back down and you got all those coins.
So
everybody roll a d4, re-roll a 4.
I got a 3.
I got a 2.
Okay.
I got it too.
I got a 3.
So, I want everybody now to make an Arcana check.
Ooh, I'm good at those.
Okay. Come on, don't let me down.
I got a 10.
25.
18.
14.
Okay, so first, Maeve, you are drawn to the back corner of this room behind the throne, where you find Mr. Bear's hat.
Mr. Bear's hat? How did you lose it?
Wait, this looks like it could fit right on Mr. Bear. And I pick up the hat, and as I put it on his head, there's like a little glow, and it seems to be like magically sewed onto his head now.
Mr. Bear grows horns and sharp teeth, and his eyes turn red.
We'll get there.
God, it's been a mean minute since I heard about Mr. Bear.
Kalt, you are drawn to the throne itself, and on the left hand of the throne, you find a void staff.
Oh, what? Is this the thing I made, or is this something too?
This is the thing that you sent me, yeah.
Oh, God. You guys are so fucked. I'm gonna have to look up void staff.
Do you want to
forgot.
do anything? Okay.
So
while you're
Kalt says, "You guys are so fucked."
you do that, and then Bait, while everybody else is wasting time finding treasure, you notice out of the corner of your eye a small little glint, and you find the wand of enemy detection.
Okay.
And then as Jedda is just piling treasure into her arms, she stumbles across the burglar's gloves.
Oh yes, baby.
So I believe those were actually from Kyle Wagner-Toddy's The Lost Vaults stuff that he sent us. So shout out to him for giving us all these cool items. I hope you enjoy all these new gifts that I have bestowed upon you.
Yeah.
So
also, do I get any gold?
yeah, so that's going to depend on how long you want to do this. You've wasted about 30 seconds so far of the banishment of the genie. So I will say that you probably have like 100 gold or so.
So I think what Bait's gonna do is, as he's looking around, like around the throne, around the back wall, sees the wand and picks it up. Looking behind the throne and everything, as I sort of like fiddle with this wand in my hand, am I noticing any sort of other way out, or is this just a dead end from the minecart entrances?
What does the wand of enemy detection do?
7 charges while holding it. You can use an action to expend 1 charge to speak its command word. For the next minute, you know the direction of the nearest creature hostile to you within 16 feet, but not its within 60 feet, but not its distance. It can also so I can sense presence of hostile creatures that are ethereal, invisible, disguised, or hidden, as well as those in plain sight. But I have not attuned to it.
Okay. So when you pick up the wand, it starts to point toward the back left of the throne room, where there's another one of those cyclone symbols written on the wall, but it doesn't seem like there's a door or anything.
Yeah, that's fair. Then I think that I'll look around the room. I'll notice that the cyclone is missing. I'll look at my wall of flame. I'm going to keep the birch staff up in one hand, pocket the new wand, and throw my other hand out towards it and use control flame to start to spin the wall of flame in its place and create a great flaming cyclone in the center of the room.
Okay.
Like where he's going to jump back in after the end of the thing?
I'm just trying to match a cyclone to
He's
the
trying
thing.
to get out right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get away out of the room.
So nothing happens when you do that, and you have about 15 seconds left before the banishment ends.
Would it be okay if I were to be able to use this staff in its full power, or do I need to attune to it first?
You would need to attune to it.
Oh no, but it's so good.
I know it's good.
So
If you guys didn't just steal stuff, you would have had time to whatever attune to.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so Bait, you have 15 seconds to try to do something with your now powerful cyclone of flame.
So for that insight roll, I rolled a 20, an unnatural 20.
Okay.
Do I get any sort of inkling about what is going on here based on my experience thus far?
You have an inclination that it is elemental in nature.
While
what is elemental in nature?
The door out of here requires a specific element.
Okay. Well, fire isn't doing it. Air didn't do it.
water.
That's
as this is going on and he's trying to figure it out, I'm going to, as Kalt, yell,
We should space out a little bit, and we should all prepare attacks for when he reappears. It is soon coming to an end.
All right. I hide in a pile of gold, and I ready a spell.
You're still large, by the way.
I'm still large. Yes, that is true.
I didn't want to do this. Okay. I'm gonna cast Control Water one more time. Try to take up the water I dropped and any other water that might be in the room. So this means I drop concentration on the fire spell, and I'm going to try to create a cyclone out of the blob of water I brought in and anything else I can sense in the area. So I do that. I create a small cyclone. Whirlpool is one of the things I can do, so I make as much of a whirlpool as I can. Now there have been 3 different elemental cyclones in the room.
And nothing happens.
big.
Okay, I'd like to dash or run over and try to use Shocking Grasp on the door.
What does Shocking Grasp do? Just when you touch it, you do...
It's like a taser, but with my hand.
Yeah.
So lightning springs from my hand to deliver a shock, make a melee spell attack against the target.
So as you, kind of smack the wall with your lightning, it starts to fizzle out and go into the rock, seemingly unaffected.
This isn't good, guys.
And at that moment, the genie reappears in the throne room.
.com.
Okay, my cat is being annoying. 1 second.
Sorry.
Story of my life.